Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name's Farah Halabi and I'm a professional Muslim life coach, and I'd like to ask you a question. As always, I'm a bit of a nosy Parker, but I'd like to ask you, do you find it difficult to keep still? Do you find it difficult to relax? Do you find yourself, even in the pause, even in the moments when you are supposed to be relaxing, that you find that you can't? You either can't be still physically, or you can't be still up here. Your mind's racing. There's lots of stuff on your mind. And keeping going in physical terms, either going places or cleaning or cooking or working or parenting your kids or whatever it is that you do on a daily basis. What is it that is difficult? What is it that you are trying to keep busy and trying to avoid thinking about or feeling even? And I was having a conversation today about how we relax, how we take time out. Do we take time out? Is it taking time out from all the physical stuff that we do, from the activities that we do? And is that, in and of itself, if we stop doing what we usually do, either it be in our working lives, our professions, can you ever take a break from parenting? Can you ever take a break from the relationships that you have in your family, in your marriage, with your children, with your community? What does that even look like? But what is it that you find yourself avoiding? And what happens if you were to pause? Not so much do nothing, but think. Not nothing, but just be with your thoughts. Just to take a pause and be with yourself. Do you find that difficult? Now, for a lot of the amazing women that I work with, the very idea of that kind of pause, it used to frighten them. A lot of them felt that they had to keep going, that they had no choice. But then they suffer burnout, exhaustion, overwhelm, overthinking, disappointment, frustration. Their behaviours, the way in which they show up in their relationships changed. They weren't being their best selves because there was a sense of doing all of the doing from a place of having to keep going, rather than not wanting to, but rather than it being powered and energized by that desire to show up in the way that they wanted. It was like they had to keep chugging along. Does that sound like you? Are you finding yourself doing the same old that you do, but getting really resentful about it, getting really short-tempered, feeling frustrated, acting out of character, or behaving with those people around you not in the way that you want? Do you find that your children are getting on your nerves a bit more or a bit easier? Do you find that your spouse is, he's not changed, he's doing the same old, but suddenly he's just really getting on your last nerve? Your family, work colleagues, yourself. Does everything seem like a chore? Does this resonate with you? Because if it does, I'm pretty certain that it's not those people. It's not the kids. It's not the husband. It's not your community. It's not your work colleagues. It's not your family. That's not to say that they might not be doing stuff, but essentially it's how you respond, how you feel when you are in the face of what they're doing. And it goes back to, it might sound like a bit of a cliche, but if your cup is filled with that running on empty, having to keep going, really just feeling that you can't sit still, you've got to keep chugging along, then what you've got to give out is frustration, resentment, burnout, your last nerve. Whereas if you filled your cup and really became aware of how you work and were compassionate, merciful, kind, loving even to yourself, attending to yourself in a way that you have that to give out to others, relationships would look very different. The way in which you do everything that you want to do would be very, very different. And there wouldn't be the need to keep on going in those relationships in the way that you are, from a place of can't stop, can't just sit still, can't be not busy. Because to actually sit with those thoughts of resentment, frustration, isn't comfortable, isn't nice. But there is a way through it that doesn't include or doesn't mean that you have to keep going in that manner. That the world will keep turning if you do pause and if you do take stock and really sit with those emotions and manage them in a way that helps you go forward instead of trying to avoid it, dealing with it head on and understanding how they come about in the first place. If you are at a point, you're a professional Muslimah, and your behaviour or the way in which you show up in life isn't how you want right now, and it's been percolating at the back of your mind for a long time, you're not feeling quite right, you're out of sorts, you're short-tempered with those around you, you're not showing your best self, and it seems like you're not getting the best out of others, then this is most definitely for you. I can help you navigate and create a way through managing yourself so that you are showing up as your best self in all of your relationships, but most importantly, the relationship that you have with yourself. That is the longest relationship you will ever have. And if you are not committed to you, no one else is going to be. Everyone else got their own lives to live. That's not to say that they don't care, but no one else is going to be committed to your well-being, to your physical, spiritual, psychological health more than you. So if you want to take stock of that and really, let's give ourselves a goal. There's just over 12 weeks to Ramadan. How do you want to enter that month? Do you want to enter that month feeling the way that you're feeling right now? Feeling burnt out already? Feeling overwhelmed? Feeling exhausted? Feeling like you are giving everything that you have to everyone else, that there's nothing left for you? And not even giving yourself the chance to think about that. Avoiding feeling burnt out by chugging on, by keeping on going. If you want to find a way to energize, refresh, renew, reinvigorate you, recharge you, and perpetuate that on the run up to Ramadan and after, during, after, and beyond, so that you are taking stock of your life, then send me a message. Send me a message to arrange a one-to-one consultation with me, where I will help you to become aware of what's going on for you, what's really going on for you, and create your own map to creating a life that you, the life that you want, to show up in a life that you love. As always, I pray that you are safe, well, happy and healthy. I look forward to hearing from you soon. But for now, take care. Assalamu alaikum.